Picture this. The CEO of the most hyped tech company on earth just admitted something almost unbelievable. His $200 per month AI subscription loses money on every single customer. Not a little, not "we'll fix it with scale." Loses money. And Wall Street's response? They valued the company at nearly $500 billion. Welcome to the AI bubble, where a cool chatbot turned into a multi-trillion-dollar gamble in less than 2 years, and why the investors funding artificial intelligence may be heading for the rudest awakening since 2008. November 2022. Just a regular Wednesday, cold brew flowing, engineers debugging code. Then OpenAI released ChatGPT, and everything changed. Within 48 hours, the internet had a new obsession. People were using it to write breakup texts, debug software, explain black holes, generate bedtime stories, and teach quantum physics using Minecraft metaphors. 5 days after launch, ChatGPT hit 1 million users. 2 months later, it reached 100 million. For context, Instagram took 2.5 years to reach 100 million users. Facebook took 4.5 years. ChatGPT did it in 60 days, becoming the fastest growing app in technology history. Silicon Valley didn't just notice, it panicked. Inside Google, executives were reportedly furious. They invented the transformer model. Their names were on the research papers. So why was everyone using ChatGPT instead of Google AI? Because Google was afraid to release it. Afraid of lawsuits, bad press, and hallucinations. OpenAI wasn't afraid. They shipped first, and in tech, first-mover advantage is everything. Microsoft reacted instantly, throwing $10 billion at OpenAI. Google rushed out Bard, which famously hallucinated during its first demo. Amazon poured billions into Anthropic. Startups everywhere added AI-powered to pitch decks and watched venture capital flood in. By mid-2023, if your slide mentioned neural networks or large language models, you were basically printing money. Companies with no revenue, no product, sometimes not even code, were raising massive funding rounds. We got AI toothbrushes, AI recipe generators, AI dating coaches, and even a startup that raised $30 million to summarize outputs from other AI models. That's when the hype crossed into absurdity. But the real insanity wasn't the apps, it was the GPUs. Nvidia's graphics processors became more valuable than oil. Nvidia turned into one of the most valuable companies on Earth almost overnight. Renting a single top-tier GPU costs about $3 an hour, but serious AI startups don't need one. They need hundreds. A small AI company training one model might rent 500 GPUs. That's $1,500 per hour, $36,000 per day, and over $1.1 million per month just to keep the servers running. Still, companies hoarded GPUs like doomsday preppers hoard canned food. Waitlists stretched up to a year. Black markets formed. By 2024, everything was suddenly AI-powered. Your toaster, your calendar, your grocery store checkout. The party was in full swing. Then someone finally asked the uncomfortable question. How much does this actually cost? In January 2025, OpenAI CEO Sam Altman tweeted something that made investors freeze. OpenAI was losing money on its $200 per month Pro subscriptions. The more people used ChatGPT, the more money the company lost. Even worse, OpenAI's original pricing strategy wasn't based on cost analysis or market research. They tested $20 and $42 and picked the price people complained about less. That's how a $500 billion AI company priced its flagship product. OpenAI's 2024 financials told an even darker story. Revenue of $3.7 billion and losses of $5 billion. They didn't just miss profitability, they burned more money than they made. Now, zoom out. Industry forecasts say AI infrastructure will require $6.7 trillion by 2030. Over $5 trillion for GPUs, data centers, energy, and cooling. In 2025 alone, the largest tech companies are expected to spend $350 billion on AI. To justify that spending, the AI industry would need to generate $2 trillion in annual revenue by 2030. Current AI revenue is closer to 200 billion. That's a tenfold gap. Then, the failures began stacking up. AI hallucinations, fake legal citations, Google's AI telling users to put glue on pizza, lawsuits from artists, writers, journalists and musicians accusing AI companies of scraping copyrighted content without permission. The New York Times sued OpenAI. Getty Images sued Stability AI. The vibe shifted from euphoria to doubt. So why hasn't the AI bubble popped? Because this time, the people inflating it are the richest corporations on Earth. Unlike the dot-com bubble, today's AI boom is funded by Microsoft, Google, Amazon and Meta, companies that generate massive profits every quarter. They're not investing in artificial intelligence because it's profitable today. They're investing because they're terrified of missing the next iPhone-level technological shift. Nobody wants to be the next BlackBerry. Think of big tech like poker players with unlimited chips. If one company folds, another wins. So no one folds. Everyone keeps raising. Bubbles don't burst because of hype. They burst when reality forces honesty, when money tightens, when interest rates rise, when a catastrophic failure finally breaks confidence. Right now, we're not at the explosion. We're at the tightening. The inhale before the scream. The moment right before the season finale. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you in the next one.